Charles will return to public duties next week for the first time since he was diagnosed with cancer, as he makes good progress following treatment and a period of recuperation, Buckingham Palace said on Friday. The palace revealed in February that the 75-year-old king had been diagnosed with an unspecified form of cancer, which was detected in tests after he had a corrective procedure for an enlarged prostate. His only public appearance came last month, when he greeted well-wishers in an impromptu walkabout after an Easter church service in Windsor, raising hopes his health was improving. Charles continued with official state business behind the scenes. A Buckingham Palace spokesperson said Charles was, quote, greatly encouraged to be resuming some public-facing duties and very grateful to his medical team. Doctors were positive about his continued recovery, though it was too early to say how much longer treatment would continue. The King's absence coincided with news that his daughter-in-law Kate, wife of his heir Prince William, was undergoing preventative chemotherapy after tests carried out in the wake of major abdominal surgery revealed that cancer had been present. To mark his return, Charles and his wife Queen Camilla will visit a cancer treatment centre in London next Tuesday, the palace said. But to aid his recovery, Charles won't carry out his usual summer programme.
TikTok's algorithm has played a key role in the app's major success. Its unique content recommendation technology is what predicts which videos will pique users' interest, and it has attracted more discussion than the technology used by rivals like Instagram and YouTube. Let's take a closer look at how it works. Before TikTok, many believed that the technology built on users' social connections was the secret sauce to a successful social media app. Such technology helped Meta's Facebook and Instagram become widely popular. But TikTok showed that an algorithm that's driven by the understanding of a user's interest could be even more powerful. Reuters China tech correspondent Josh Yi explains.
TikTok's a little different from the previous generation of social networks, where a lot of the algorithms, built up on top of what they call the social graph. But then with TikTok, it's actually revolves around what it calls interest signals.
While competitors have similar interest-based algorithms, TikTok is able to turbocharge its effectiveness with the short video format.
If you think about YouTube, the average length of a video is about 10 minutes. So, the user interaction with it, is a lot more stagnant, when it compared to TikTok, when you get 10 seconds video, right? If you're scrolling through it, you like it or you follow it, that's sending through a lot of different data points to TikTok, which it can determine whether this is really suit your interest. So the speed at which it collects these data is unprecedented compared to a previous generation of social networks.
But it's not just about feeding users what they want. TikTok also regularly recommends content that falls outside of users' interest, which the company has said is essential to TikTok's user experience. TikTok's Chinese owner ByteDance was also an early adopter of the so-called tagging strategy.
Through our conversations with some of the ex-ByteDance employees, we realized that there's one very unique advantage that TikTok has over the Western social media platforms, which is they focus very early on tagging or labeling every user and as well as every video that's on their platform. And they not only do it through machine vision, but then they also actually hire a bunch of people to manually, laboriously annotate a lot of these kind of contents and user profiles on their platforms. And as you know, in China, the labor cost is a lot cheaper. So ByteDance can afford to be deploying this strategy very quickly at a large scale, more so than its Western counterparts.